So I'm assume that people aren't going to quickly join, et cetera, et cetera. One thing I'm going to try to do, and I'm going to leave this as a recorded thing so people can add their comments later. But so I just and I wish someone was on here to verify that my audio is okay because I got my headset connected. But um, so I was just I'm here at my place um and I was walking out, and then the male person was coming in with a dolly, a crappy dolly, I would say. Of course, mind you, they're not really carrying heavy weight, but I watched this guy, and this is clearly his job, right? I watched him try to go up a stair, just one stair, with the dolly. Here, let me see if I can explain this. Um, Let me see. All right, here I got my dolly out here. Let me see. I can flip this around. All right. So this gentleman was trying to get up a step, and so I offered to hold the door open. He was struggling with the door, but he was trying to. He had a load on his dolly, and he was trying to get up. Now, of course, it was a lot smaller than this, but this isn't going to work. And truth is, I see stuff like this on a regular basis where people that are clearly moving is a an aspect of their business or their job, but they're very poorly trained. And I mean honestly, I've seen movers working for moving companies, and I've had guys that have worked for me in the past that have been, long-standing employees working for a moving company and have not clearly not been very well trained. So my question is to you is how well have you been trained for your job, for the moving aspects of your job, I guess, because that's clearly my directive here. Because I'm wondering, like, should I be putting out more content, more um, information, more what have you, as it pertains to doing a job that has moving aspects to it, where it would be a lot easier or better or more efficient if you had the knowledge of a mover who has done this on a regular basis and has done this really with a sense of like, okay, let's not only make this easier for me, but more efficient for time for the client. But in your situation, as you being um, an employee, making it easier on yourself. Now, if you're out there trying to kill the clock, that's one thing, but don't be out there busting your hump, more than you have to at least. But I've seen Amazon people doing things very irrationally and like not logically, like taking one box at a time, or the way that I've seen some trucks stacked. I peek inside of a moving truck or a delivery truck from time to time. It's my business. Like, why wouldn't I? Just to see, how everybody else is doing their stuff. I've learned some of my tricks from watching other people. And I've actually, funny story, side note, but a trick that has actually been very valuable to me that I was never taught explicitly, but I watched someone do it in an interview because when I first started my company, actually, not only when I first started it, but whenever I would hire, I would bring I would try to line up my guys so that they would all show up I would typically have some sort of furniture on hand, whether it was a couch, whether it was boxes. I would have dollies, I would have equipment, and I would set it out there, and I would set out the blankets, the tape, and the wrap, and also mover bands, because I know that some movers are, what have you, they don't like tape or shrink, and they just use mover bands. So I like to give you your options, right? And then I say, we're going to move this together, but you're going to guide me through how to wrap and move this couch, right? So that shows me, one, their ability to assess the couch, what they'll need, and then make it happen. And then we lift it together. So that kind of tests all the bases. A couch is usually cognitively, most of the time, the most difficult to wrap. So that's what I would train. But I'll skip ahead. This one time I was having one of these where I would have my guys come out and we would wrap the couch together. I watched him start to wrap this couch, and I was understanding what he was trying to do. Maybe he saw it on a video, maybe he saw someone else do it. But essentially, and you'll see it in like a lot of my videos, but I learned it from him. It, it was this overweight, very sloppy guy, and I didn't end up bringing him on, but um, but he taught me something. And it was you'll see in a lot of my videos where I'll do like a figure eight. Like, for example, I have a video out there, how to move a couch. Well, two. I have how to move a couch up to the third floor by yourself, and you'll see me doing it. And then I have one of us hoisting a 9 foot couch up to the second floor. And so what I do, or what I saw him try to do, is he sloppily put on blankets over the couch, and uh, I could have stopped him there, but I didn't. I just wanted to see where he was going with it. He sloppily put them on there, and he started going around, and he started doing the X, and I was all like, huh. Well, I could see the concept of that. He was doing it, and this it's funny, is like, you do these things, and sometimes you can know how to do things, but the execution is totally different, because when I do it, it looks real clean, and I'm not just, showing off. I did it a lot and messed up and had to figure out how to do it better. But anyway, that little X maneuver that I do, the little figure eight where I go and then I start with the anchor, then it holds the blanket together. I can flip it up on its edge and I can swirl it around to give it that 360 wrap. I learned that from someone who is supposed to be hired with me. Now, if they would have checked some other boxes, or if whatever reason, then I would have definitely brought them on. I probably could have learned some from them, but it just, it wasn't a fit for working with me. But anyway, let's see. Hello.